Becky.
Hello. I hope everyone's doing great today. So, today we're going to take a little detour away from the X Factor live show journey. Actually, if you include the video that I'm going to do after this one, we're taking two. But if you want to find out what that is, you have to wait till the end of the video because even I don't know what I'm going to be reacting to. Exciting! And if you're new here, hi, I'm Becky, and I'm the 80s lady. Welcome. And if you would like to get caught up with where we're at on our X Factor journey, I'm going to link the playlist of the stuff that I've done so far up there. And so you can watch that and get caught up with the rest of us. So, today, one of my lovely subscribers messaged me on Twitter and sent me this video. Now, the ditty on the video is, it was posted on Instagram by Brian Friedman. And if you don't remember who he is, he's a salty choreographer from boot camp. He's also the one who was so mean to Harry. He was like, oh, he can just sit out. If he can't sing, there's no reason for him to be here. When he was had stage fright so bad, he was physically ill. Like, rude. We don't like him. Anyway, so he posted this video on Instagram. But the interesting thing to me is, it's only been like a year or two ago that he posted this video. So he held on to it for a while before he posted it. But I'm super interested to see what it's all about. It is their very first rehearsal for the very first live show. So I assume they're singing the Coldplay song. And I'm just dying to get into it. So let's do it. All right, here we go.
Here we go. Take it on.
I used to rule the world, seize the rise when I
Baby Jim.
And in the morning I sleep alone, sweep the streets I used to own. I used to.
Okay, there's Liam. Teamwork making the dream work. Because I remember in the VT of that live show, Zayn was struggling to know when to come in, and Liam is over there whacking out that beat to try and keep everybody on time. And it's a weird beat anyway, like you come in on an off beat and not on the... Anyway, you know what I mean. I'm going to go back a little bit.
I used to roll the dice, see the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as a crowd would sing, and now the old king's dead, long as the king. For me, I
Sing, Niall.
I
think they have the same hairstyle and eyebrows.
My castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. Hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my soul, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain.
These three in the middle.
Once you go, there was never an honest word, and that was when I ruled the world.
That's right. Work it out, guys. Okay. These three little angels in the middle sound amazing together. And Al is over here killing this OOOs that y'all make fun of him for in the live shows. But... like, he's not even trying, and they are, yeah. Wow. Okay.
My mirror, my soul, my shield, my missionaries in the foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter's will call my name. Never an honest word, and that was when I ruled the world.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I have so many thoughts about that. I don't even know where to start. Um, oh my word. So that was so much better than the live show for a lot of reasons. Um, Zayn was killing it. These three here in the middle, Louis, Harry, and Zayn, something about the three of them singing together is magical. Like, it was really good. Um, I know I don't always, because I've been so busy. I promise I'll get better. I don't always reply to all my comments, but I do read them, and I get a lot of, oh, there's going to be a lot of Liam, Zayn, Harry singing because Niall and Louis, they weren't very good singers. They weren't very strong singers. They're not technically good singers, and I'm just like, okay, we'll see. I'd rather see for myself. I'm not taking anybody's word for it. I can't really speak to Louis because, quite honestly, by himself, I've heard him sing like 3 seconds of Hey There Delilah, so he's out of the equation. As far as Niall goes, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, that was the most impressive thing I've ever seen. But what he did was actually still very impressive. There was some timid things going on there because it's a rehearsal. He's not really sure where he's going in at, So those going into his parts were a little timid because he wasn't quite sure, is this where I come in? And that's fine. But once he did, those ahs and his ohs, all of that was pretty impressive. Like, he did those ohs back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And there was no pitchiness there. There was no flats. There was no sharps. His tone was good. It was very strong. And I don't know. I don't understand. I think maybe, am I going to be controversial? I think I'm about to have an unpopular opinion. It's how edgy of me. I think maybe there was some band politics going on here. I think Niall and Louis are very much boy next door kind of boys. And Liam was a favorite from being on the show before. And Zayn and Harry are just very pretty. And they sing very good. So I think maybe there was a little something going on there. They went votes. I mean, it was a show. They went to votes. And from what I've heard, they continued with that formula even after they went out of the show. And, I'm not saying that's good or bad or whatever. It is what it is because that's just how it is for the band. You do what, you get a formula that works and you keep working the formula. But, if I were to go right to left, they all have some strengths and weaknesses. Liam's he's probably the best technical singer out of all of them. But he has a sound in his head. And unfortunately for him, there are singers that already have that sound. He needs to find his Liam thing, that thing that makes him stand out from everyone else, that makes him a little bit different. And I don't think he's found that here. I don't know where his solo career is right now. Maybe he found that thing, but as of right here, he doesn't, you know what I mean? It almost makes him a little bit, I don't want to say forgettable, but sometimes when I'm thinking about these episodes afterwards, Liam is when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Liam, which is because it almost comes off as a little generic, but when he's right in front of my face, I'm like, oh my God, that is so good. But then when he's not in my train of vision, sometimes I, lose track of him. Zayn, I think this was a real eye-opener for me in Zayn. Let me just tell you, I had some thoughts about Zayn from before that I'm going to have to refigure because, so, I think Zayn thinks that falsetto and those runs are his, like the money shot for him. But I don't think that it is. I just heard him full on belt that, and his, I guess what people call the chest voice, but also his mixed voice, is stunning. Like, it's rich and it's full, and it sparks joy in me a lot. And I think those little runs, he's not very good at them yet. I don't mean that in a bad way. They do get away from him, and he has a hard time controlling his runs a little bit, but that's just practice, you know what I mean? And those falsettos and things, they should be flourishes, the things that when he pops them in, people go, oh my God, look at that. And not just that be his thing all the time, because that chest voice and that mixed voice, I was blown away. I think Harry right now is struggling with the fact that his voice changed. He's still trying to make his voice do things that it used to do, but I think now his voice has dropped a little bit, and he's still trying to push it into these little nooks and crannies where it used to go. That doesn't quite go anymore, but I'm sure he figures that out later because he's quite popular now, so I don't think he's still struggling with that. Like I said, Louis, I don't know much about him, but I will, and I'll have thoughts. Niall, he's got a great tone, he's got some great power, and now that I've seen this, I know he has great control over his voice. He knows what his voice can and can't do. His problem is he's got 2 speeds, neutral and 5th gear. Like, he's either quiet or he is singing, like full on. There is no in-betweens with him, no light and shades, no subtlety. And I don't know if some of that is because he just doesn't have the ability to bring his voice up and down and you know, put that light and shade in, or if he's showing off, which is, I think it might be a little bit of both. Like, I think he wants to show, hey, look, I have power. I have some power in my voice. And I think he wants to show off a little bit. But this was very interesting to me. Like, I really learned more in this 2-minute video, less than 2-minute video, than I have through all of auditions, boot camp, live shows that we've seen so far. This was an eye-opener for me. Yeah. Okay. So, along with the message that I got about this video, a little birdie also told me that today is a special day for one of the members of One Direction. Today is, by the way, October 20th, Wednesday. I'm not sure when this video will go out, but today it's been 4 years since Niall released his solo debut album. And since I cannot wait any longer to get into solo stuff, and it's an anniversary, you know, it's a big deal, I'm going to react to a track from Flicker. But I don't want to react to any of the singles because I don't want to spoil those for myself. So, I have some little pieces of paper in this little cute Halloween cup that I got. There's a little stuff in here. These are all songs. But I took out, On the Loose, hold on, what does that say? Seeing Blind, This Town, Slow Hands, and Too Much to Ask. Is that all of them? Hold on. On the Loose, Seeing Blind, This Town, Slow Hands, Too Much to Ask. Okay, so I took those out. And in here are the remaining songs, which are Paper Houses, Since We're Alone, Flicker, Fire Away, You and Me, On My Own, Mirrors and the Tide. So I put a little piece of paper for each one of those songs in here. And I am about to pick one to do. Here we go. This is it. And it is, can you see that? It's Flicker, the titular track. I'm excited. So, I will see you next time. And next time, we will be reacting to Bye.